Microphone check. Ostensibly, ostensibly, she is a black woman. It was apparent to me that she was a black woman. She's a Thai woman, but she's a black woman because she's brown. She's of a darker hue. She's homeless. She's on the streets. I passed her one time and I gave her the chains that I had in my pocket. The next time I saw her, she saw me and outstretched her hand. I didn't have anything to give her, but the third time I passed her, she looked and saw me again and smiled, put her hand out, and I had something to give her, and I gave her something. She's my new friend. She's beautiful, but circumstances have put her in that position. She's homeless, she's on the street. She could be mentally ill, doesn't seem. I've seen some other people on the street who looked to be mentally ill, talking to themselves, etc., and in very poor condition. But this woman is in pretty good condition. Just the circumstances are such that she has nothing. Ostensibly, she might have something hidden. I don't know. But anywho, welcome to IC 109, and I'm just talking about today, yesterday, the past couple of days. This is day 2 in Thailand, right? No, today is the 4th. I arrived on the 2nd. Yesterday was the 3rd. Yep. This is my 3rd day in Thailand, on my 3rd trip. Just had a wonderful breakfast. I walked quite far, and I sat down and I had pork, like a fried pork noodle dish, no spices. That was my breakfast. I purchased some jackfruit from the local market, a block or two away. I had jackfruit. I didn't eat the jackfruit until after I finished the pork noodle dish. And then from there, I walked to a cafe. The cafe intrigued me because it advertised itself as like farm to cup. And they seem to have the right idea of sustainability, of equity in the coffee industry. And I was like, I want to support this business. And sure enough, the coffee that I got was rich. It was robust, not robusto. It was arabica, but it was a robust flavor. It was fuerte, muy fuerte. It was delicious. I had a croissant, an almond croissant from Paris, France, Francia, or whatever. Yeah, I overate. And so I mixed the jackfruit that I purchased. So this was after the pork noodle dish. The pork noodle dish was actually really small. It was like a handful size in a bowl. The portion sizes here seem to be small, but efficient. They get the job done. After I ate that, I went to the cafe. I had the coffee, the delicious coffee with the croissant, and then I added the jackfruit to give it a little bit more um, saludable, sano, make it healthier. 좋은 음식, 건강 한운 음식. Yeah. So, anything else that I want to tell you? It rained. It started maybe like 6 in the morning. Right now, it's past 9. It's 9:45 now, a.m. on July 4th. Happy Independence Day if you're into that. I'm into Frederick Douglass. What to the Negro, what to the slave is Independence Day. Learn about it. Freddie D. Where's Grandma? Grandma gone. Fed. Grandma gone. What you know about that? Frederick Douglass's grandmother left him, took him to a location, dropped him off, and she was gone. She left him. And how he learned about that is he said, "What grandma?" He asked his cousins or asked some people, some youngsters around him, and they said, Fed, not Fred. They said, Fed. Grandma gone. That's in the autobiography of Frederick Douglass. which I read. Probably going on like 4 years now, a little bit more. Anywho, back to Thailand. Um, what else? Ostensibly, she is a black woman. Remember that when I said that? I was working with the word ostensible because I was watching a video and I kept hearing ostensible in the video, and I thought, man, what does ostensible mean? I can guess, but I need to look it up. What does it mean? Don't ask me. I just looked it up before starting this video because I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to use it incorrectly. So it's very close to apparently, right? The ostensible, one of the examples of the sentence examples was the ostensible reason for the meeting was a trick in order to get him to the surprise party, get him to attend the surprise party. Ostensible, the apparent reason, what you can see. Ostensibly, I can see that she was a Thai, she was a black woman. What does that have to do with anything? Well, going back to the story about a couple of days ago, my first day here, I walked into a business and the lady was just like, nope, you get out. And I could only rationalize it and say, oh, it was a black thing. I've had another thought. Another thought came to me about that. Maybe the business that she's in is only Thai citizen related. And she could apparently see that I'm not a Thai citizen. Ostensibly, she could see that she could ostensibly tell that I was not a Thai. So she was like, get out of here. You have no business being here. I asked a friend of mine, I took a picture of one of the businesses that's similar to hers. They look like they're selling jewelry there, gold. And, and my friend said, yeah, they're selling jewelry and stuff. So I don't think it's anything related to the Thai culture, Thai people specifically. I think it was a black thing. Could have been an Indian thing. But I can't think of any reason why she would have said no, other than she don't want that black nigga in her business. And nigga. So yesterday I watched the video about, it's an interview, a podcast with Richard Pryor's daughter. Not Rain Pryor, but another daughter. And she's a PhD and she's focusing on the N word, nigger. Shout out to my man Justin, Mr. Cloud, Neil. Justin and I have these discussions about the word, the word, the N word, and about Black Jesus, and a lot of the esoteric meaning of certain things, that we see signs, and we also dissect the etymology of words. And to his credit, Justin did the etymology of nigger, and he informed me that nigger just means dark-skinned native. And being here in Thailand, I see a whole lot of us niggers. If that's all that word means is dark-skinned native, man, we out here. We out here. Okay? Oh, I know what I wanted to say with this video. It's this. If you're an American black, and you know the situation in our communities where we have foreigners pulling dollars out of our communities. You see it, we see it. In the 1990s, when I was coming up, it was the Koreans. But there's so many other communities as well. But if you're an American black, you understand what it feels like, what it is to be in your community and yet to see others in your community pulling the resources out of your community, benefiting, taking advantage of your community. And you know that it's difficult for you, for the American black, to rise when we are consistently disenfranchised. Disenfranchised means that we're not allowed to build businesses and develop. We cannot transcend this economic scenario. Okay? I say that to say this. That's not a unique situation. American blacks having resources pulled out of our community in America, that's not a unique scenario. Right here in Thailand, I love the Japanese. I love Japan. I love the Japanese culture. I have Japanese friends. I love Japan. Is wonderful. But the Japanese are some cold mothers truckers. The Japanese own 7-Eleven. You can't go a block or two in Thailand without seeing a 7-Eleven. Now, who does 7-Eleven benefit? The Japanese, not the Thai. So in that sense, in that way, there's a commonality, there's a parallel in experience. American blacks can't rise up because we've got these outsiders siphoning our resources. I imagine Thailand would look a lot different if 7-Eleven were owned by a Thai man or woman. I imagine it would. Those are my thoughts on this morning. Thanks for listening. This is IC 109, Nung Sung Kao, Shipku, Ichimaru Q, Ciento Nueve, all of that.